Namaste. I am so sorry that I'm late. I'm so sorry. 1,000 apologies. 1,000 apologies. Now, of course, I'm not settled in to the spot. Let me get a box. How's everybody doing? Is anybody here? No, zero here. So we could just get started. I really wanted to talk to you guys. And I'm sorry that I'm late, but my phone, even right now, hey, one person in the house, thank you. Right now, sorry about the chins in advance. Now that's too high. I just pulled a blank. I just pulled a straight up blank. Hi, Rain Cloud. Hi, all the Zen Zebras and Mystic Brady Bunch people. I don't know why I can't speak. I'm just drinking salsa. This is like my 4th video today. Anyway, yeah, a lot of things happened, and so I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to come on and talk to you guys. So that's what I'm doing. But I don't have a good angle. Over here, it's too close. Over here, you could see my chins, but maybe lower is better. Who cares, right? Who the F cares? Yeah, so both of my phones went dead because I don't plug things in correctly. So right now, I don't even think you could hear the dopamine music, but it's on the background. At least I can hear it. Hi, Gracie. Thank you for coming. I'm so sorry, everybody, that I'm late. Yeah, I wanted to get on earlier, but it's okay. It is what it is. There's no time frame. I like to, be free. Hi, Lisa Sarn. How are you? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Unique Unicorns. Lisa Sarn, I'm so sorry for your loss of your dad. Please know that he's in heaven, but I know it sucks. I know it sucks, and you miss him every single day. But know that he's in peace. I love you, Lisa. Thank you for coming. Unique Unicorns, Merry Mermaids, Merry Mermen, Namaste Ninjas, Bella Butterflies. Yeah, I think that's it. And I'm sorry, like, I'm gonna probably be very ADD. That's okay. Hi, Ruby. Yes, our prayers are up for Lisa, Lisa's family, Lisa's mom. I know, life is full of those surprises. This ball I'm going to be talking about today. It's very pretty. And what else do I need? Sorry I'm doing this now, guys. I just very unorganized. I tried to be organized and then I'm not organized, but anyway, doesn't matter. So, Beachcomber, hi. Welcome. Bayo, Eileen Root, thank you for coming. I'm sorry to keep you up if those of you who are people who are going to sleep, people who have to go to work. I understand that. Thank you for waiting for me. And I will get to the point, I promise you, because I know some people have to catch a plane to Sleepland. Guys, I'm going to be doing an unboxing at some point. I can't do it right now. Look how many cards Devin gave me. That's not it. Right? He gave me so many. These angel numbers. I like these. Okay. I'm just putting a couple of little things of cards in my focus. I'm not necessarily here to do cards, but let's just have some cards. Yeah, those are too heavy. Some of them are just too heavy. Yeah, he gave me so many. He gave me... Aren't they beautiful? They're all beautiful. I haven't gone to say, I haven't been able to look them all over and sage them all. So I'll just keep a couple near me. It's not like I can't get up, like my legs are going to be broken or anything. Yeah, I'm all over the place. So bear with me. I promise you that I have a point. There's definitely a point to why I'm here. Okay, so let's light a candle for all of the people that are in heaven that we've lost. And some of them untimely, they left us too young. Everybody has that, I'm sure. Hopefully you don't, but if you do, I lit 3 candles. And this is a nice candle because it smells like Christmas cookies, which I made last night and burnt them. Okay, as usual, I had to throw the whole tray out. Only could save like 2 of them. Anyhow, I have my hair thingy because I am already in a sweat. I try to keep my hair, put my hair down, so you guys could see, because this is a little bit of a hair story, as it involves something with hair. I had to take a GABA pill because I am so friggin' nervous. Oh, it's me and my best friend of like 50-something years, Christine Valvik. Miss you, Chrissy. Okay. I see that picture every day. All right, guys. Just getting this out. Yeah, I had to take a GABA pill instead of putting the patch on my hand. You might say, hey, I thought you went out to dinner and had 2 glasses of Merlot. Yeah, I did. And the nerves came back. And I don't know why. I have no idea why. Put my makeup on. I didn't walk, really, but I spent time with my husband. Went to the chiropractor. Then when we got back, I didn't really have time or ambition to walk because it was already dark or getting dark. Anyway, so you know what? There's always tomorrow. But the hair is definitely going to go up. I'm just wondering if I need to get something. Why did I feel like I needed to get something in the kitchen? Okay. This is rose quartz, by the way. Okay. All right. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get to the point. Let me just light up something. I'm going to light something up. Light myself up. Only kidding. Only kidding. All right. How to get my pen. I'm not sad, so please don't take my nervousness for sadness. The moon spaces are really weird, full, and that's what I want to talk about. So, if you have a second, please get a piece of paper or your book that you like to write in, or a piece of paper. And because I'm going to tell you something about manifesting in a little while. But let's kick it old school, old Mystic Brady school. Does that make sense? Doesn't make sense. Okay. Let's kick it old school and do our breathing exercises. We haven't done our breathing exercises in a long time. I don't know, maybe you've been cheating on me and doing your breathing exercises without me, But I used to always start off, those of you who are new and the people in the back, I used to start off my, see, I can't stand this angle. I used to start off my readings and my videos with breathing exercises. So let's do that, okay? When you are having a panic attack or anxiety attack, I don't know why. I can have them throughout the day. I can have them at night. I can have them when I'm really happy. I can have them when I'm really sad. I can have them when I'm really excited. I'm probably getting you annoyed by talking so fast, but today when I did my little walk outside video outside, I forgot I did that video, by the way. I was having a panic attack, okay? But no worries. No worries about it. Just good old fashioned panic attack. Okay. Like it's just like a nervous anxiety, and then the more I walked and the faster I talked, that's it coming out. Okay. And then you're okay. And we're okay. So we're gonna do breathing exercise across the hand like we always used to do. Okay. And if you ever have nervousness or anxiety, you sit in your car or you sit wherever you are, you could do it. Nobody will know you're doing it. And you just take a deep breath in and you go hold it for 5. So all you need is a hand. Okay. Everybody has a hand. Okay. And even if you don't have a hand, you could just count. All right. So you ready? Breathe in deep. Hold it. Then we're going to let it out in 5 little jolts. On the 5th one, empty your lungs. A little bit, little bit. Now empty. We do that at least 3 times. You could do it 5 times if you really want to just stave off the anxiety. Now I feel a little bit better. So let's do it again. Breathe in. This time we're going to hold it for 7. Let it out. Let it out. Empty. Now again, fill up your lungs. Now we're just going to do 2 in, hold it for 5, and out in one burst. You ready? Almost like you're blowing out a candle. Again, we're going to breathe in deep, fill up your lungs. If you have asthma and you don't want to fill them up that much because it hurts, just fill them up a little bit. You could just go in and out. You could just breathe across your hand, in and out. Okay? Like this. That's 1. That's 2. 3. 4. Last one. We're going to hold it for 5 seconds and then we're going to just let it out in a big burst. Empty. Blow out the candle. Feel the breath on your hand. When you feel the breath on your hand, know that your angel is nearby. Ask the angels to come nearby me. Angels, come near me. Please come near me. Thank you. Okay. Well, I feel better. How about you guys? 7 is your favorite number, Ruby? Just a text medium? I love 7, and I also like 8. My destiny number is 8, but 7. I was born on the 7th, so I like 7. Get some smoke up in here. Okay, so we got 14 in the house and 7 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Please, guys, I found out from my analytics that not everybody joins, not everybody is subscribed to my channel. I'm going to be talking about this. It's from my daughter. Okay. So not everybody is subscribed, so please subscribe. Show the love. This is the Mystic Brady channel. I'm Katrina Brady. Okay, you can call me Katrina, you call me Mystic, you can call me Brady. Okay, whatever you do, just don't forget to call me for drinks, okay? We're going to start out with salsa. I don't know what's going to happen later, okay? Whatever. All right, so guys, I'm going to talk to you. I feel better from the breathing exercises. Plus, the GABA pill that I took is probably kicking in. No, that'll take a long time to kick in. Anyway, it's just a 100% natural GABA pill. I don't really take them that much anymore because I usually put the patch on, and the patch works faster for me. But I usually like to keep the patches for nighttime, for when I go to sleep, because it really helps me to stay asleep or fall asleep, or I don't know, for the anxiety that I have at night. Anyhow, why should I have anxiety, right? You might say, Katrina, why are you being a drama queen? Okay, with the wedding thing on your head. Well, anybody want to get married? I like going to weddings. Okay. I know. It's going to be one of those things. Okay. Hi, Crazy 8. You got here. I'm glad you're here. Did you do your breathing exercises? Does everybody have a pen or a marker? Does everybody have a piece of paper? Okay. I'm about to tell you what happened. And you might think after I tell you the story, you might be like, oh, Katrina, that really wasn't that wacky. That really wasn't that bad or weird. I'm bored with you, Katrina. Okay. Still give me a thumbs up on the way out. All right. But anyway, it's about what's going on in the world, the energy, the weirdness, the magicalness is still here. So what I want to say is that, like, yeah, I was feeling a little bit down, so you didn't see me come on maybe for a couple days, and that's not like me. You know that, okay? Like around Christmas, I was busy, so I was giving you like little 3-minute videos, right? And a lot of people like that because we keep in touch and whatnot, okay? However, oh, good. I'm glad you did. All right, so, I got the whole world in my hand. Why did it turn? Why did it turn colors? Where's the color? Oh no. All right, the color just went off. I did something wrong. Okay, hold on a second, guys. I'm not even gonna... You like when I kick it old school? Thank you. Oh. I don't like this color per se, though. I'm sick of red. I don't even want my red tablecloth on anymore. I know. Why do I have a red shirt on? I don't know why I do the things I do. Okay, so with the energy, this is the little thing that you have to push for the colors. Okay, good. Let's do purple. Ooh. All right, so I'm going to be jumping around. All right. Everybody could hear me okay? Could everybody hear me? All right, so don't worry. I got the Palo Santo ready, but right now we're doing white sage. All right. And I'm going to be open and receptive to receive any messages from my angels, any messages for you guys, any messages for me, but of course, messages for you guys. And we got God with us as well. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys can hear me because I wanted to use my other phone because I have a microphone, but I don't need it. That phone was not souped up. Okay, so let's get started. So yeah, I was feeling like I guess the usual blahs after Christmas, right? And she's like, what's the point of anything? And yeah, I got out and I didn't walk yesterday, right? Yesterday I was doing all, you know, John Benet Ramsey stuff, right? For hours and hours and hours. And that puts you in a depressed mood because it's murder. It's murder and it's a child. And so, of course, you don't feel great. And, like I have to watch myself with, when I do the cases, I have to do the prayers and protect myself. And I didn't. I didn't really protect myself yesterday. I lit a lot of Palo Santo and I was asking a lot of questions, but I didn't do my opening prayers, even just without putting the camera on. I thought I was going to put the camera on, but before I do the camera work, I was doing my research and I kept on searching for answers before I would come on. So I felt like I was just running in a circle and not getting any answers. And I talked about this in my earlier video. If you didn't see it, go see it later. Okay. But basically, I think everybody gets in that kind of mood where you just feel like blah. And I told Ruby used to always say that, sorry we didn't talk today, but I was just in a blah mood or I was busy, but I was just, didn't really have anything to say, blah, blah. Okay. So, but instead of just being blah, there was unidentified sadness. Okay. Let's get hooked on phonics, people. Okay, so there was an unidentified sadness. Say that 5 times fast. See if you could do it, okay? This video number 5 today. Anyway, so I felt a sadness, but not a full-blown depression, but just like kind of like can't identify what it is. Don't even feel like reaching out. Don't feel like doing a video. Don't feel like being a human. Just really talking to my angels a little bit and talking to John Bonet. And she basically just told me, I was 6. I didn't know. I was sleepy. I don't know what was happening. I don't know who killed me. And I was like, yeah, but I did a video a couple of years ago about you. So was I wrong? And she was like, it doesn't work that way, Katrina. You know it doesn't work that way. So what she is, first she identifies as a little girl, 6-year-old, but when you're in heaven, and especially if you die as a child, you're allowed to pick what age you want to be. Okay? So sometimes I see her as an adult. She's kind of like a teenager, like a 16, 17-year-old, very mature, not like, a little bit standoffish. Night.
Right.
Did you have the stuff that we brought home?
No.
There's chocolate cake there.
Oh, cool. Night.
Okay, good night. So anyhow. So I was dealing with John Benet Ramsey, sort of, but not getting the answers that I wanted. Like before I did a video, I wanted a clear answer. Wasn't getting it, so I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm just going to be a rebel. I'm not just going to go on for, I wanted to go on with a specific answer in my mind, like I did the last time. And I did a couple of cards. I still even have a couple of cards over here, but it wasn't making sense to me. It wasn't making sense up here. Okay? It wasn't connecting here and here. So I was like, maybe I'm not psychic anymore. Maybe God doesn't want me to do my cards anymore or be a reader anymore, even after Devin brought me like 7 million cards for Christmas. Okay, and then that wasn't it. That wasn't the answer either. So then I stepped away. And I said, let me just watch something funny. And I did. I was watching Reba McEntire. I forgot to tell Devin to fix the Netflix.
Yeah.
1 second, guys. I'm sorry. Because I have to have it fixed so that I can watch it tonight and not be sad. Oh, scared. Hold on a second, guys. I'm sorry. Dev? Yeah, night. Hi. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. 1,000 apologies. Is anybody still here? Okay. Hi, Carrie. How you doing? Your mom's been watching Reba for days. Oh my God. She's me and my daughter used to watch her, right? I think they put it on a lot for the holidays, but I think it's always on. I think Reba McEntire is always on. And me and my daughter call her Clown Posse because she looks like a cartoon. And like at first we would do it like kind of in the mean way. We have a sick sense of humor. But me and my daughter, so every time I see Reba McEntire, I think of my daughter, and we call her Clown Posse because when she smiles, she always wears red. And when you have red hair or orange hair, you're not supposed to wear red. You got to be careful with red. You can wear it sometimes, but it does totally clash with your outfit if you have red on and you have really red hair. So she always was wearing red and she was having the red lipstick and she just has this smile that looks like a clown. We don't mean like she's pretty. She's pretty. I don't like when she has her hair too short. Sorry. Don't she doesn't look good with the hair too short. When she has her hair like shoulder length or long, she's so beautiful. Anyhow, but me and my daughter would watch her and we couldn't stop watching it, but we would call her Clown Posse. But that's so funny that your mom has been watching her. So she was cheering me up, and I was like, I had all my crystals on, I had my amethyst on because I was gonna do Sagittarius reading. Now it's Capricorn time, but Sagittarius reading, and then I was gonna go into John Benet, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get off the couch. I couldn't get away from Reba, Clown Posse. Okay. So all these things I'm telling you because it has to do with what I'm about to tell you. Okay. So okay, red on red. Yeah, red on red is not good because it clashes. Like even this lipstick is kind of clashing, but I had to throw it on. Okay. So, all right, let me put you down. Let me put you down, guys. I have a tripod, but I'm so friggin' lazy that I never never want to take it because it's so big and it's like just like overwhelming and this setup the setup is hard. So that's why I end up a lot of times just doing handheld stuff because then it's easy for me. It's like, sorry. I just got to get my hair up because it's killing me. It's killing me. But this is a hair story. It is a hair story. Okay. It's it's an everything story, I think. Okay. I had to wear that on my thumb because my fingers are too big. Fat. Anyhow. So, but I'm alive, right? So it's good to be alive. All right. So I couldn't get off the couch and stop watching Reba to come into this dining room to sit at the table and do any kind of reading. Everything, I wasn't feeling it. I was feeling, and then the more I didn't like, because I had all of these necklaces on. When I have the necklaces on and the bracelets, it's for a reason. I don't sleep with the necklaces because the amethyst necklaces, because it, first of all, it keeps you awake. you'll have nightmares or just really strong visions. I only wear those amethyst necklaces. The rose quartz is fine. You could sleep in this. You could, any kind of rose quartz. My Archangel Michael stuff, that's all fine. You could leave that. But when you wear the amethyst, you got to take that off. You got to take that stuff off because if you're not going to use it. So I was sitting there and I was like, why? I have done nothing. I have not taken a walk. I've done nothing but write notes and write facts and watch videos and try to compare what I saw in the videos to what I was seeing in my mind. And I just couldn't do it. And I was like, okay, so then just forget about John Bonet for now. She won't mind. And she's in heaven. And just focus on friggin' Sagittarius. Or just do a collective read. I couldn't get myself to come do it. I was like, people need you out there. And then I was like, but do they? Do they really need me? Do they really need to see this face again, or even my hands? I was just going to do my hands like Crazy Eights does. I was just going to show you my hands because I looked a hot wreck. And I just couldn't do, I did nothing. I couldn't, I mean, like I did my notes and everything. So I was thinking about, oh, I really should do my manifestations because it was the cold moon, right? And I don't know as much as like Crazy Eight and Tracy knows about the moon phases, but I knew that it was cold moon on the 26th, right? So that was a big manifestation day, right? And I'm like, I'm such a piece of garbage. I didn't even do my manifestations. But even saying that, that's bad. Don't say that. I'm not a piece of garbage. I'm a good person. Okay. Just some quirky and weird sometimes. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Nice to see you again. Missed you. Cheers. It's just salsa. Nothing good right now. Anyhow, so long story, longer, and more obnoxiously delineated, is that I was just having these thoughts, not like real mean thoughts. I was trying to replace them with good thoughts. I was trying to replace them with give yourself a break. Everybody tries to rest after and gets burnt out after Christmas. What else? And then then other things would seep in my mind. And I would think, yeah, but you know, I would see like then I went on Facebook and I saw like this person I used to work with, and she lives on Staten Island, and she had a big huge table. Like, you know how I make a big deal about my table and I do everything on this table, and I need to clean it up when we're having a couple of holidays, and it's always a big deal to clean it up, but then I feel better. She had a table for like 35 people, and each place setting and real plates, and I'm like, and she lives like in this big house, and then I'm thinking like, why don't I have that house, and why don't I have the family and grandchildren and all these other children and nieces and nephews and everybody around me? Well, because I live 3,000 miles away. Anyway, so it was a battle inside here, and I think we all have that. There's a battle always going on, but especially the ADD brain, or the brain where you feel a little bit, you lose your self-confidence from time to time, and your worst enemy is yourself. Okay, so my worst enemy was me. Okay, so I was realizing it's my responsibility to give myself the pep talk, not and to not put myself down. And if I did here to, put myself down, then I have to pick myself back up again and build myself back up. That's my responsibility. So I had told a friend, her name is Pam from Muse News. She has a channel called Muse News. You should check it out. And Ruby, just a Texas medium. She has a beautiful channel as well, but she's always working. But she's there. Check out all her stuff. Hundreds of videos. and also Crazy Eights, Intuitive Tarot. She's here. I think she's still here. Are you still here, Crazy Eight? She has a beautiful channel as well. She's the new kid on the block. And so, you know, I thought to myself, see, I just lost my trend of thought. Anyhow, but Pam from Muse News, she does the same thing, and we're from the same generation. She's 61, I'm 60. So, you know, but everybody does it. You could be in your 40s, you could be in your 20s, you could be, it's actually worse in your 20s. Okay, that's what I noticed. But anyway, it's our responsibility to stop saying bad things to yourself. Like I call myself fat because I'm like, hey, I have a mirror. Okay, I have a scale. But I'm doing it less because I'm happy I'm alive and I'm happy I'm in the skin I'm in. And yeah, I don't 100% like my hair, but at least I have hair, right? I'm happy to have hair. And you know, I don't like what the scale says. I don't like what the mirror shows me back in terms of weight, but I do like the person, okay? And I do like my snacks, all right? Anyway, eat it if you got it, okay? But anyway, in other words, we are all human beings out here having a human experience, but it's our job. Like, so what I was trying to say about Muse News, Pam, so she was saying how she started a new job and it's really a dream job, but she was starting to let the the negative energy seep in where we all do it. Like, what if I never could learn these skills? You know, I'm up in the years and I have to learn all this stuff on the computer and I have to learn how to do all these new things. And it's harder when you're older because our brains work differently and we forget so many things. I mean, I forget things from minute to minute. Okay. I've always been that way, but it's worse when you're older because, and when you're stressed out, and when you're an empath, because everything's coming at you. And then you kind of go, you fog out. You just like, when you get like too much stuff coming at you, you're like, okay, I'm checked out. I'm just going to sit here with a smile on my face or a tear coming down my cheek, because I totally have turned off. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how to handle it. So a lot of times I'll make jokes like I'm trying to do now, but I'm not. It's not funny. But I'll try to communicate, and things won't come out the right way, and that's because you're stressed, and that's because you're thinking you're not going to be good enough. And so she was talking about it on her channel, and then she said she learned somewhere that, you know, to take a break and to take a breather, and her boss was good with that. Sometimes we get overwhelmed. A lot of times especially if you are an empath, you're very empathetic and you're very psychic, and you're like a nerve. Your nerve is like, all right, it's like walking around and we have 7 layers of skin, right? When you're an empath, it's like you're walking around and you have 1 layer of skin. You have 1 layer protecting your heart. You have 1 layer protecting your feelings. Okay? So that's why it's hard for us. Like, we could walk into a room and feel the energy. Now, if it's like a crowded room, guess what? We feel everything that's coming around. It's like bing, 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 bing. And then sometimes it's good, like when people are like laughing and happy and excited. And sometimes you feel like, how come nobody's talking to me? What, does everybody hate me? Why is everybody dressed up? Why everybody looks better than me? Everybody looks smarter than me. Everybody's smarter than me. Everybody is having a great time, but I'm not really. Secretly, I'm not. Or secretly, I feel left out. Or, you know, why is everybody looking at me? Meanwhile, they're not. You know, so it's our responsibility to turn it around. Give yourself some time to feel that way. Like maybe I wouldn't say when you're driving home, because when you're driving, you got to pay attention, and it's really hard to pay attention sometimes when you're an empath, or you've had a bad day or a hard day or even a happy day. Like I could be like, oh, I'm jumping on clouds, but no, I got to pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm driving a car. I get lost all the time, so it's like a new world every time I'm driving. Like at night when things turn dark. I got lost the other night coming home. Anyhow, so I think I told that to Pam. I said, allow yourself like a half hour when you're safely at home to say all the negative stuff. But then after that half hour is done, then you have to be responsible to turn everything around. Like, oh, that person, they used to like me, but now they're not paying any attention to me. They never call me, they never text me, or person at work, they used to talk to me, but now that I think they hate me secretly. They're probably talking about me behind my back right now. Meanwhile, they're probably not even thinking about you. They're thinking about their bills. They're thinking about their job. They're thinking about their family. They're thinking about the people that they lost that are in heaven. So you have to turn it around and say a phrase that my family used to say to me all the time. It's not about you, Kathleen. It's not all about you. Okay. And you have to say that to yourself, and you have to say, okay, but you know what? Maybe I don't understand this job, but you know what? This was my dream job. I'm so lucky and happy and grateful to have this job. Spin it. Okay. Maybe I'm not in the best relationship now, but I could visualize myself in the best relationship, or in a relationship with a companion, or in a relationship with a good friend that I can share some salsa with, or coffee, or tea, or lunch, or dinner, or a movie. Okay, so it's our responsibility. I didn't learn that. I did not learn that until I was probably in my 40s. Then I forgot about it because I got divorced. So a lot of negative stuff floods in. Then I started to relearn it when I started to do the chakra work. And, when I was on my own healing journey, and when you have your awakening, you have your awakening at friggin' different times in your life. You don't just have your awakening, um, like, hey, I had my awakening at 30, or I had my awakening at 50. No, you have your awakening. First of all, you have it at different points in your life. Like a lot of people who have little kids, right? You have a different kind of awakening because you're very relied upon by kids. Some people have it when they get divorced. Some people have it again when they have empty nests, when all the kids are leaving the nest. You're like, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? Now it's not just about them, it's about yourself, and your relationships that you have. But my point being, it's our relationship with ourselves that's the most important. Instead of reaching out, waiting for that acceptance, waiting for the mirror to show you a different thing, waiting for the scale to show you a different thing, waiting for people at your job to say, hey, you want to hang out after work on Friday? Waited 8 years. I waited 8 years. Okay. I'm not waiting for that anymore. Okay. Why? Because God said, I gave it to you in a different way, with you guys, and with the people that I already have friendships with, 3,000 miles away. Okay. And yeah, that has to be, sometimes that's not perfect, but that has to be good for now. That's good for now. That's good for me now. All right. So what I'm getting at, how many minutes? 44 minutes? Oh my gosh. See, it felt like 20 minutes. And I had like 25 minutes. I had 10, 15 minutes of like anxiety. And I couldn't understand why. But I feel better now. So I hope you guys feel better a little bit. Okay. Crazy 8 is here. All right. So what I'm trying to say is, so I was having that weird feeling where I was like, blah, that blah feeling. And then a little bit, I couldn't, sometimes I get very cry-y. Okay, if that's even a word. And I'll be dropping the salt. And I like that because I feel a relief if I've cried, and then I feel better because I let it out. That's toxins. My mother used to say, that's good that, because I would cry so much. I would be like, she would be like, not again. Oh my gosh. But then she would say, she would make me feel bad because she would say, no, that's good. I would be like, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I couldn't keep the tears in, Ma. And she would say, that's good because you got it out and there's toxins in your tears. So when you let them out, then you're going to be better because all that toxins is negative stuff. So she was teaching me that when I was little. And then, yeah, but I was a crybaby. Still a crybaby. But this kind of feeling I was having, it wasn't a cryy feeling. It was like, the cases that I worked on ever going to be solved? I mean, I know they found Suzanne Morphew's body. Um, Nobody was put in jail for it. First he was put in jail, then he was let out. Okay. Then we have Jennifer Dulos. Okay, are we going to find her body? Um, Summer Moon. I mean, I have a book full of all the names, and yeah, some of them are crossed off and kind of solved. My grandchild sons, Sincere and Classic, they didn't find them, but at least their dirtbags are in jail, prison. Anyhow, so I thought of that. I wasn't dropping tears, and so I was like, oh, this weird. It's a weird distance feeling that I had. I felt cold. It was a cold feeling, and it was a hermit, and Virgos are hermits, so that's the hermit card is us. That's our jam. So I'm used to doing the studying and writing down my notes, and in that mode I'm okay. And then there's the other side of me where I like to be social and I like to talk to people and do a whole bunch of videos and make you get sick of me. But and then there's the worker bee of me where I really want to get that Sagittarius video out, and then I can't do it, and then I feel very frustrated, and then I feel like, oh, nobody cares anyway. And then I turn it around. I say, yes, they do. Even if there's two people out there that I have a good handful of Sagittarius subs and friends out there. Bayo, Leisha, and a few other ones. But anyhow, and Capricorn, I didn't forget about you. And I know it's your birthday tomorrow, right? Or the next day. Crazy 8, it's your birthday tomorrow or the 30th. And then we have Forever Bella's birthday too. Okay, anyhow. Wait, I've been on a Teresa Caputo and Boohoo kick last 2 days. What does that mean? You've been watching her? Because what channel is she on? I used to have CDs of her. I read her books. Okay, let me know what you... Oh, so you've been crying? Well, it's good if you get... Yeah, Saggy Waggies for the win. Saggy Waggies for the win, always. Guys, can you see this? It's purple. But it's all the colors. It's all the different colors. Okay, so... Oh, on YouTube. Okay, I've watched her on YouTube too. There was some people, they were saying she was fake, but I don't think she's fake. But there was a lot of research done that she was she would get the information when she would do the audiences. She would get information. So I'm not 100% sure, but I like Tyler Henry. I like him. He doesn't talk much about angels though. Yes. So, all right. So now I'm going to bring it around. Okay. Because this is a real weird thing that happened. Okay. First, I'll tell you the less weird thing. Then I'll tell you the big weird thing that happened outside of this house that involves my hair and involves Reiki and involves maybe a potential friend, but I don't know. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say a friend because That's creepy of me. All right. And they might be watching. They might be watching. Anyway. So, anyway, so I can't see that good, and I had been asking, I've been thinking in my head, um, the last, like, right before Christmas, you know what? I really have been seeing, I got to start manifesting. And I didn't write down anything that I wanted to manifest because I already have it in my Mystic Brady book from last year. And the best thing about this book is, isn't it awesome? Everybody should keep a journal, okay? I have like several of them, but this one is really like, it has everything in it. It has everything. It has what Jesus told me. It has drawings, cases I've solved based on my readings. Anyway, so like my thing is just to read that book. And I used to read it. I used to read it on my channel. I used to read it to myself. I would spend a long time coloring in it because the colors somehow, with crayons and markers, would somehow make things come to me. But yesterday I didn't feel like it was working with John Bonet because I wrote her names out. But let me just get to the point of this little one, and then we can go more into it and everybody get their pen. And your pen is just to write down. I want you to write down 3 things. I don't care if you wanted it in the past, whatever you want in the very near future. Okay? That has to do with emotionally, so like in terms of relationships, and then spiritually, it has to do with like maybe what you want in your heart, in your relationship with God, in your relationship with your angels. Maybe you want to hear from them more often. Okay, you will, but you have to request it. You have to talk to them more. Okay. Yeah, the only reason why they'll give you the silent treatment is because you're giving them the silent treatment. Okay, if that makes any sense. And I go through it. I go through phases where, hey, I'm not hearing that much from my angels or God lately or Jesus. That's my fault. That's my fault because that means that I need to take myself out of the world and the materialistic and the materialism of the now, of the here and now and the past, and live more in the spiritual, more through the third eye. Okay? And it's very easy to do. You just say, please, dear God, help me. And then the third thing, well, you can do 5 things if you want. The third thing is materialistic wise. What do you want? Like if it's abundance, if it's career change, if it's a home, if it's a different home, if it's an apartment, if it's something with your living arrangement. Okay? But the 3 main things that you need and want soon, and you write it down. Okay? And then after that, you write down a couple of things that you have now that you're happy and grateful about. And I forget to do it. I forget to do it. And then sometimes I sit here at this table and I look around at my art. And today I made some art that, just for myself, just for the Mystic Brady, my Mystic Brady wall that I have over here. But it just made me happy to do it, to make it. It's just little glitter and stuff that I do. But just even doing that just makes me so happy because that's inside me. All right. So that's those of you who can't stay for it. I just wanted you to know about the writing down what you want, because why? The planets and the energy and what's going on with the angels and the war between good and bad, between evil and goodness. It's real. Okay. And we have to pray for protection. We have to pray that the earth is protected. And maybe that's why I've been thinking so much about green, the green and the blue, because I don't usually think about green and blue. Let me just put the green on. Okay. Because I love purple. I'm always like with the purple, but I kept seeing this. See, I keep on turning it off. Okay. I kept seeing it. I gotta stop touching it. That's what I gotta stop doing. See, can you see it? Now it's on green. I like it. So anyhow, I needed a light in my room so that when I go to crawl into, go into the bathroom that is in my bedroom at night, late at night, because I go to sleep so late, and that's another thing. Totally terrible habits that I have, and so, I could sit for hours and just think. I just like sit there and do nothing, but I'm thinking. I'm like this. Okay. But often I'm watching Reba. Okay. I'm watching Clown Posse Reba. Okay. So if you don't know what that means, you'll have to watch it from the beginning. Anyhow, so I said, all right, when I go shopping at Walmart, when I was still doing Christmas shopping, um, I'll look for that ball. Like I need something that you don't have to plug in, so I could put it in my room, and it'll be like a nightlight. So this, in other words, something like this would be a nightlight. But I got to put it on the color that it was, because yeah, it was this color, right? So I said I gotta have this nightlight, right? So I go to Walmart and I find a couple of things that I like for me, but then I bought the rest of the Christmas presents, and you spend an exorbitant amount of money, and then I couldn't find it. I looked in over by the home goods stuff and I couldn't find it. I was like, I'll know it when I see it because it's gonna be blue and green. And I tried to change it in my mind. I tried to change it to be like a purple, and my mind would not let me go there. It was this color. It's like a crystal ball. All right, so I know I'm making a big deal about this. So I couldn't find it, and I was like, oh, okay, but I wasn't sad about it. Something in my chest felt okay, like, don't worry, we got it. Message received, manifestation in route, en route. So I know I'm such a weirdo. So then we opened all the presents, and we had a whole bunch of presents that were like Amazon from people, from New York. And one of them was from my daughter. And so we opened this up, and I'm like, oh my God, it's the thing I manifested. So Devin knows, after so many years with me, to not really listen. He's like, so he's opening his stuff, and Connor's opening his stuff, and Warren's opening his stuff, my brother-in-law. And so I was like, oh my God, I gotta tell Laura. So when I finally did talk to her, I think it was, did I talk to her that day? No, I talked to her Christmas Day, and I said, you gave me the thing. You gave me the present that I was thinking about it. And at this point, I didn't turn it on. It just looked red, right? Which I didn't like that color, right? So ordinarily, when it was just on, that's not red. Yeah. It was like this. See that? So I didn't know it was going to be what it was going to be, right? So I looked at the box, and the box was this color, and it said on it, I love you. So I told her, I said, it says I love you. So when I turn it on, she goes, I think you have to charge it up. I said, okay. So after I charge it up, it's going to show on the ceiling, I love you. And she goes, really? I don't think so, but okay. And I was like, thank you so much to her and her girlfriend, Shanna. And she was like, oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you like it. I said, because I visualized this. I saw it. It was a blue and green globe. It was like a turquoise color. It was the most prettiest color. I said, even though I love purple, but she likes green. She likes blue. Her favorite color is blue. My son's favorite color is green, right? And so she has an earth tattoo somewhere on one of her tattoos. And when my son was 17, which I wasn't happy about, she went with him and signed the consent so he can get an earth tattoo, right? So they both have a tattoo that looks kind of like this. Anyhow, I'm sorry that was a long story, but to me, it was like the message I had in my head was don't take it for granted. Whatever your thoughts are, whatever your wishes are, think about it, write it down. I didn't even write that down. I just knew it was going to come. I just knew that was going to come to me. But God didn't want me to buy it for myself. Because I looked. Trust me, I looked. I've been looking. I was like, I want a light over there. And then, of course, Devin's like, that's going to be too light for me. It's going to keep me awake. And I was like, then I'll just turn it on when I come into the bathroom. Okay. But I've been spending time with it. I've been looking at it. Last night I was playing with all the, as I'm watching Reba McEntire, I'm playing with all the buttons because it fades in and there's a strobe light and there's all kinds of stuff on it. So I'm having so much fun with it. Anyhow, so, all right. Another thing I've been talking about is getting my hair cut. I'm like, oh, I got to dye it the purple and black, but do I really want purple anymore? Maybe I'll just go back to my brownish black. But I have some grays over here, but I need it shorter. I need it like a, I'm thinking of like Farrah Fawcett or Jacqueline, wait. You know in Charlie's Angels, Jacqueline Bissett? Jacqueline Smith. Um, I'm thinking of those hairstyles from the 70s. Um, just some kind of layered. I was thinking of the wolf cut, but my hair is thin. I know it looks thicker, but it's thin, so I don't think that would be good. But then one day I was in the bathroom and I couldn't handle it. I washed it. I couldn't get knots out of it, so I started cutting the knots out. After I was literally combing it, brushing it for like an hour. So finally I started cutting it, and then I brought it to the front. I think I'm a hairdresser, and then I start cutting it. I cut a good couple of inches off. Of course I did not do a good job, but you don't know because it's long. And I was like, it keeps on nodding. I really need to get it done. So I started to think about it, but it's like the holidays, so you can't. So Devin says today we're going to get our backs done at the chiropractor, and then we're going to the liquor store. I should be happy about that, right? But I wasn't. The liquor store I wasn't happy about. Because it was stuff, I already have my wine, and hello? Why did somebody said, it said use it in a timeout? Somebody in a timeout? Same with the hair. Okay. Closer to God, a soulmate, and finally finances. Yes. You've talked to her on the radio? And she knew nothing but your name. Oh, she was good? Was she good, Crazy 8? Was she legit? I do like her. I mean, why would I read her books and watch and have her things on tape? You like those colors and you're colorblind. That's right, Bayo. You are colorblind, but you could see these colors. And there's all the colors. Like if I wanted to do work on my solar plexus, I'd put it on yellow. All right, so okay, so there was a couple of stores. So Devin went to go in the liquor store. I said, I'll meet you because I saw a hair place. And it was in this parking lot that we don't usually go to the liquor store. Okay, I usually get my wine and Devin doesn't drink, but he needed eggnog and Irish cream, Irish that you put in your coffee, but he just drinks it regularly. What is it called? Irish cream? Bailey's. Okay. So I said, I'm going to go look at this store because it's a hair place that said Reiki hair cutting. Reiki. Reiki. So where you don't do a massage where you're just aligning your chakras with crystal work and stuff like that. So I'm like, so Devin makes a joke. He goes, "Oh, Reiki hairstyling, haircutting. So what are they gonna do? Go like this? Okay, your hair is done." And that's funny. And I was like, "Yeah, I've never heard of it. So let me go look. I'm sure it's closed because like all these stores, there's so much construction going on that all these stores closed up." So I was like, "Oh, I'm sure it's closed. So I'll meet you over in the liquor store, but let me just go check." So I go over and I check, and the door was locked. So I'm trying to look in the window, but it was too closed. Like all these blinds were closed. But then down on the windowsill was like moon cards that I have, all chakra cards, different tarot, like, in the windowsill, like cards. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my God. I started getting excited because I'm like, did I just find my place? Now, since moving to Texas, I've been in a couple of places that have had like little gypsy, readings, and um, I haven't had a great experience with them. One place was good. Me and Devin, it was almost like it was an art gallery and a store. And me and Devin actually went into the art gallery and, like did our canvases. And, we had a great time, but it was just that one time that we did it. And we never did it again. Um, anyway, so um, I was like, what is this place? And I saw a hair chair, but just one. But it was locked, so I couldn't get in. And I was like, oh, let me see if there's a number on the door. But there was no number, and it said it was open. So then I did jiggled the door, and it was locked. So I walked away. And as I'm walking away, somebody came out of the door and said, were you just doing the doorknob? I said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were closed. I was just trying to see if what is this place? And she goes, oh, would you like to come in? And I said, sure. So I walked in and I go, you a hair place or a Reiki? And she goes, well, both. So she went and I think the place is called Moon something. I have to look it up. Yeah, I have to look it up. She wrote it down. It's just based on a website, but she goes, yeah, we cut hair and we give a Reiki healing. And I'm like, oh, I am so for that. She goes, do you want a haircut or did you want Reiki? I was like, I want both. And I was like, how much? And she was like, oh, you go based on the website. And then you have to do everything online, which I didn't like that part because I'm not good with that. I don't like doing anything really with like putting your credit card in and doing it. But you know what? She's been there for over a year, but because there's been construction, I think it's been a little bit, you know. But anyhow, I spoke to her for the whole entire time. Devin didn't know what happened to me. He didn't call me though. He was already in the car, sitting there waiting, looking around, like wondering what happened to me. Where did I disappear to? Anyway, this lady, she said she does healing Reiki. She had a Reiki room, right? I know I say that weird. Reiki. Okay, I say it weird. I don't even understand how to say it. Those of you who don't know what it is, it's healing with like massage, but without touching. Okay, but she does that with your hair. Okay, and it sounds really cool. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna try it. And then I told her, I have a YouTube channel, and we were talking about that. And I was like, all these cards. I said, I have these cards. Do you read them? And then she said she does pull a card at the end of the haircut. um, and, like, I don't know. I didn't check out the prices yet. because this just happened today. But I just felt like, see, I was thinking about I need a haircut, I need a haircut. In the back of my mind, there's always like, I just want a friend that's here. I love all you guys, but you know what? I can't see you every day. I can't go and have a cup of coffee with you. And I wanted that person to have a cup of coffee with, or a drink, or just even talk. Like everybody's always looking for their tribe. I don't think it's asking much. I don't know if this person will be my friend, okay? But it was just nice to know that there, because I love that kind of stuff. I used to get it done in, I used, I used to get acupuncture, but especially tarot card readings. I can't read myself, okay? I could do it. I could try to do it. It's not fun. I could ask Ruby to give me a reading, or my sisters, and they would do it. We give each other readings sometimes, but I like to actually physically go to a place and get a reading. Not that this lady does the reading, that does the hair. She said that she has a person that comes in, and that they had people come in, and she had her set up in the room. I think she thought I wanted to. No, I did that back in the day. I don't need to do that. That makes me nervous because I never could finish quickly enough for people to be satisfied, and it overwhelmed me. It was like one person after the other, and I was like dead for a week. And I can't be dead for a week when you have little kids. I know I don't have kids now, but I don't like that energy. It's good enough what I do. My private readings, whatever, once a year. Okay, yeah. I meant for myself. I would like to go there and get a reading. And I told her, I said, yeah, I can't really read for myself. I like to come and get a reading, so I would like more information about that. But anyhow, I just thought it was weird. I wanted to tell you, weird in a good way, that like I said to the universe, I need a haircut. Like I would like her to put the stuff in my hair, but I don't know if she'll do that. So I'll do it myself, and then she'll just give me the haircut. And the something happened to my phone. Um, Sorry. Okay. I'm listening to Jason Stevenson dopamine release music, so I think that's helping too. But anyway, is that weird? That like, and it was so beautifully set up, the store. It was so nicely set up. And Devin thought it was a little bit high for there's like a haircut and a Reiki healing that's involved. If you wanted, she goes, if you just wanted the haircut, I'll just do the haircut. But I said, no, I definitely want the Reiki too. And that, I think that price was $155. Why don't I, he thought that was high. I said, okay, here's an example. In 1994, when I went for first, my son was only a year old, and I went for my first Reiki healing, or whatever it's called. It's like a massage. You lay on a table, but they don't really touch you. Okay? They just go over your energy in the chakras, and I'm totally for it. Okay? And I understand it. That's what my healing artwork is about. The chakras, aligning those chakras. And that was in 1994, $125. And it was no hour. It was like 30 minutes, $125. Okay. So what I used to do back in the day is I would barter. Okay. So I would give them a reading, and they would give me the whatever service. So we would barter or read each other. And then what happened was, she was so busy, that Reiki person back in the day, that she never got a chance to get her payback because she was so busy. She was so booked up with all these things. And I remember she lived in this big, huge house in Tottenville. She was wealthy. Husband was wealthy, and she was pulling in the money. Okay. And I was like, And then I started getting busy, and I had a plastic bag, Ziploc bag, not with drugs in it, but with money from parties that I made. Okay. And then I would save that up and hire a limo for $400 and have a bunch of my friends and my husband and my first husband, and go to the city and pay for everybody because nobody had money, right? And I would do that, okay? So that was from my psychic fair money. Okay, what happened to those days? There's no plastic bag in my drawer. Okay, it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, you get a haircut and a Reiki healing in almost 2024 for 155. I think that's a good deal. Okay, so I am trying it and I'm excited about it, and I'm very excited about meeting her, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. So let me just see if anybody, am I making any sense, or am I like, is it stupid that I thought that was exciting? Some people are like, is that all she wanted to tell us? Click off. Okay, sorry. If I disappointed you in any way, I'm so sorry. Who's here? Lisa Sarn, Crazy Eights, The Looking Glass. Hi, Looking Glass Tarot. How you doing? Nice to see you. Fly a Bee. How you doing? Does that sound cool? I just thought it was, I don't know, when you meet people, you could tell if they are friendly. And here's the thing. She said she is from here. She was born here, and she didn't have the accent that most people have here. And another thing I liked is she didn't say, "Oh, you must not be from here." I could hear your New York accent, which everybody says. But anyhow, yeah, I was excited because I'm gonna get a haircut. But I'm gonna put the color in myself this last time, or not last time. I don't know. Where am I going? I don't know why I'm saying last, because I guess I was thinking a lot about going back to just regular black and brown. But I'm excited because it was such a beautiful shop, and it just reminded me of the ones in New York and the massage parlors that I would go to the spa. Actually, it's like a spa, but it's a hair place. And she said, another thing she said is, when you come in, like, you go to a place to get your hair cut or your nails, whatever, or Reiki, and she goes, when people are like sitting in the waiting room, she goes, you'll be the only one here. I go, what do you mean? She goes, I only take one customer at a time, so that I could spend time with you, and you could, say what you need to get done, and I could do the healing, and, you know, nobody else will be here. So nobody else's energy will be here. And she had all sage in the windowsill, and she had bundles of sage and bundles, and not Palo Santo sticks, but the bundled sage, yeah, sage and white sage and that kind of stuff. And then I said, after everybody's here, you do Palo Santo and white sage, and she was like, "Oh yeah." So I was just like so excited. I was like, am I in heaven? In my mind. I didn't say that because, that's real geek. So, all right. So let me just see what this Michelle said. My massage therapist also does Reiki. I have tried it. She told me she could tell through the massage my heart chakra needed work. Yes, I'm telling you, a million years ago, when my daughter had a friend, my daughter used to sing with her band in a coffee shop. And she met this girl that lived upstairs with her mom. And her mom used to do Reiki. And my daughter used to say, "Oh, you should be friends with her mom." And back, in New York, I had friends, but you could always use another friend. But she was always trying to get me together with her mother. But finally I got together because she did Reiki, and I paid her. I think she charged a very good price, and she told me, I went in there. I think I only had the other Reiki done like years before that, And so when I went to her, I went in with my Dunkin' Donuts cup, and I was all rushed and everything. And I wanted her to do a massage because I felt like, oh, I wish she was giving a massage because kind of weird. And she was like, no, just be quiet. 'Cause I'm too talkative. And and then she went through my body, like her hands over the body. She kept stopping over by my intestines. Okay. And now I've always have trouble with, like, I figured it was the IBS, but I had endometritis a little bit after that. I had a couple operations, woman operations type of thing, scrapings, DNC type of thing, because endometritis is no joke. And she but she told me before it started acting up, she said your solar plexus a mess, and she pointed to the Dunkin' Donuts, and I was like, well, I'm not getting rid of that because I don't sleep, and I was working, and I was going for my master's, and I need the coffee. And she was like, yeah, but your renal glands are gonna get burnt out. Everything she told me, it all came true. And I started studying it. I started going into the chakras. I started journaling, writing the notes for myself through the paint, to know which colors would heal me. Then the affirmations and all that came from because I was interested in Reiki. And so, not for me to do it on other people, but I like it being done on me because you have to be ready for the answer. Whatever part of your body is giving you trouble, if you have issues in the heart chakra area, it could be just basically, watch out for your heart, breast, that tube that's here, I forget what it's called. Or it could be, do you need to forgive yourself for something that happened in the past? Do you need to forgive somebody else? Did somebody break your heart? Did somebody take their love away from you? Um, did you take away your love from somebody else? There's a whole thing with each part of your body. Whenever I get a lot of migraines and headaches, that's crown chakra stuff. That's spiritual, awakening stuff. Is there a problem that I didn't tell somebody? Is there an issue that I'm really worried about? Or do I have a brain tumor? Okay, I have thought of it. All right, definitely. Or am I just friggin' looking at my phone too much? Or am I watching Reba McEntire? Okay, I'm gonna do some cards. Oh, all right. So, does anybody have any questions from anything that I said? I know. Why don't I shut up? Why don't I take a break? Right? Does anybody have any questions? Did I talk too much? I'm sure I talked too much. Is there anybody here? Yes, my Christmas was blessed. Thank you. Hi, Kim. Crazy 8. I'm going to talk to you again about I definitely have to talk to you about your experience with Long Island Medium. I can't, Teresa. Okay, so please keep on journaling. Write down those 3 things that you want for the new year. Or even if they're old wishes, like I have a bunch of stuff that's old wishes. Um, you know, like even just this, I am open and receptive to receiving messages from my guides. They have to know that. They have to hear you say that. If you're not get receiving messages or validation for what you want, what you need in life, what you want in your life right now, or what you want in the next couple of months, and you want to have that stronger relationship with God and the people who are on the other side and your guides, say this 3 times. I am open, and feel it. When I say it, I don't mean just like cavalier, feel it, sit with it, absorb, like I tell the kids at school. Okay, and now absorb it. And they just look at me. But some of them get it. Some of them get it. Like, I am open and receptive to receiving the messages from Spirit and Divine. Thank you, dear God. I am open and receptive to receiving messages from my guides, from Divine. I am open and receptive to feeling the people who have passed that I love so much, their love for me. I want to feel that. I want to feel that connection. Okay? I hear clearly from Divine. I hear clearly from the Divine. So just meaning, like I wasn't hearing clearly from John Bonet. I wasn't getting a clear answer because I want to sit down and I wanted to know who took John Bonet's life. Like, I feel clearly when I think about Summer Wells. Okay? I'm not going to get into it, but I feel clear about it. Feel super clear about it. When I thought about Sincere and Classic, Orrin and Orson West, my grandsons, okay? I knew it. I knew that their adopted parents, dirtbags. Sorry I call them dirtbags, but they are dirtbags. The way they treated their own children, the way they treated those 2 little boys, my grandsons. The reason why I call them my grandsons is because they told me, you're okay, Grandma. And I was looking for them, and I was praying for them, and I was crying for them. I had so much anguish. I was kind of new to the YouTube streets, doing cases. That was the beginning for me. And they would be like, "That's okay, Grandma. You're our grandma. You're our grandma." Because I was like, if you were my grandsons, if you were here, I would took you shopping. You could pick out your toys that you want, and I would have outfits for you, and I would have all the snacks. A cupcake. Kept talking about cupcakes. They liked cupcakes, and the different colors that they liked, and they liked frogs and dinosaurs, and they were just showing me certain toys that they liked. Somebody took away from them, and I was telling them those things they deserved, and I really felt them very close. Now they're busy in heaven, and I'm glad. But I know who took them away. But with John Bonet, I didn't feel the feeling. And Suzanne felt the feeling. Jennifer Doulos, the feeling. Okay? There is some movement in the Jennifer Doulos case. So just, on, what's his name? Jonathan Lee Richards, he went there, and the case is going to be on Elvis's birthday, January 8th. Isn't this beautiful? Anyway, yeah, I think we need a couple of these affirmations. My channel used to be all about the chakras and affirmations, and I think I need to revisit it. So, I hear clearly from the Divine. Watch trauma dumps. Okay, so this is kind of what I was talking about before. Watch trauma dumps. Do not be accessible to everybody. So sometimes people that they might call you, they might see you at work, or, a family get-togethers, and dump their trauma on you. And especially as an empath and psychic, or just even being very empathetic, you are open, and they leave and they feel good, and they're like, oh, I feel much better now that I talked to you. But guess what? You don't feel better. Okay, that's a trauma dump. So you have to clear that. And if you feel weak, then don't see that person, or don't make yourself available to that person if you feel particularly weak that day. Okay, now I feel like I'm very cooled off, so I'm going to take my hair down. Okay, all right. I am a money magnet. I am a money magnet. If you need abundance and success, that has to be written down in your journal or your paper or your little book that you keep. And you have to friggin' look at it, okay? I haven't looked at this in a long time. So I'm looking at it now. If I'm having trouble with money, it's my fault. It's my fault. I'm not manifesting it enough. I'm not trying to manifest it. I manifested this. I friggin' thought the crap out of this, right? Visualizing it, talking about it, telling you guys about it ad nauseum, right? I got it, didn't I? Okay, and you could be a money magnet, right? You could have a successful business or side business or side hustle or a different career or a different job that you've been wanting to get. Okay, you could actually have a job that you're happy at 4 days a week, because you're not happy 5 days a week. Not all the time. Maybe you are. Maybe some people can be. Um, anyhow, I am a money magnet. I am a money magnet. Okay? If you need relationships and love or friendship, I am a friendship magnet. I am somebody's going to be a fiance. I just heard that. Somebody's going to be a fiance. Somebody's going to get that ring. Okay, somebody's going to put a ring on it or get a ring on it. That just looked creepy. I creeped myself out because my lips look like they're disappearing. Okay. It's not easy to come up here and do this and to put yourself out there. All right. It's not. Um, Money and abundance is mine. Money and abundance is mine. I don't know why I have to do this with my hands, but I like to do it. Okay. Money and abundance is mine. Money and abundance is mine. Successful relationships and love is mine. Successful relationships and love are mine. Successful friendships are mine. Successful friendships are mine. My soulmate is with me. My soulmate is with me. My soulmate is with me. Did you feel that? Absorb it. Some of them you might feel a little bit easier. All right, I'm going to be honest. I am a money magnet. I don't feel it, to me, it doesn't feel right. But I have to think about, what is my relationship with money? My relationship has always been, I have to work hard. I have to work hard to get my, but I work very hard, and I haven't, I'm not poor, but I've worked hard, and I feel like it doesn't equal the money thing. It doesn't equal it. So I have to think about that, and I have to say, I deserve to have money and abundance. I deserve to have money and abundance. And so you could say that in any affirmation. If you're not feeling it, reword it. I'm just rewording what I already have written down here. I have something written down. I wasn't feeling it, so I just reworded it. Okay? Money and abundance is mine. So somebody out there really wants to be with their significant other, really wants to be with a friend, wants to be with their soulmate. Okay, so take away all the labels and just narrow it down a little bit. You're keeping it too high up on a pedestal, so narrow it down to, I am with the love of my life. I am with my best friend. See how it got narrowed down? I am with my significant other. I am with my soulmate. Whatever feels the best for you. I like saying I'm with my best friend. My best friend gets me. My significant other, that seems a little cold. My soulmate gets me. My friend gets me. Because that's important to me. That somebody that I'm with understands me creatively and spiritually. Okay? And appreciates those realms, and I appreciate theirs. I heal millions of children and people. That's really important to me. This was written a year ago. I heal millions of children. Notice I put children first because they're the best. I heal millions of children and people. I heal millions of children and people. I sell all of my healing art. I sell all of my healing art and have to make more. People are on a list that want readings. This has to be done. This has to be said. This has to be written. Okay, these are mine. So some of them might not apply to you. You might be like, Katrina, I work at the bank. I'm not doing any readings. Okay, but there's other people out there. Okay. My healing art helps people heal their mind and body all over the world. That's important to me too. My healing art helps people heal their mind and body all over the world, USA and all over the world. I just heard Nova Scotia. Even in Nova Scotia, New Orleans, New York, New Jersey, Cali, Arizona, Indiana, Arkansas, Kentucky, England, Ireland, New Zealand, Greece, Australia, Colorado, Africa, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alaska, Hawaii. Okay, I just read something that didn't come true. I put a date on it and it didn't come true. That's okay. Okay, yeah. Maybe don't put a date on it. Just say what you want. Don't put a date on it. But the whole thing is, like I kept saying, I gotta get a haircut. I know it sounds stupid, right? Menial, right? But it was something that was bothering me because I feel like I can't handle my hair. And it was bothering me. And I was cutting it myself. And I was like, oh, it would be so nice, to have that. But then walking into this place and meeting that woman that does Reiki and haircuts and has tarot cards, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, so I'm just trying to see if there was anything else that I wanted with the affirmations. Maybe it helps you, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Nancy Grace calls me for an interview. You know what I did? Because I always say that Nancy Grace call me, right? Because I want Nancy Grace to appreciate my work on the missing, and to appreciate my videos, my work that I do for free for all of the missing. And I know other people do it too, but I love her and I appreciate her work, and I love her spark and her sarcasm, and I know she has spoken to Tyler Henry for a reading, but anyhow, I'm trying to manifest it. I will manifest it, okay? And she's one of the people I really want her to call me, and so what I did was, so she hasn't didn't call me in 2022 to 2023. Um, so she gave a little thing on her YouTube channel, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope everybody has a peaceful, loving Christmas, and see you, see you soon. And so I wrote in the comments, I've written things to her before. I wrote in the comments, Merry Christmas, Nancy Grace. Thank you for all your work. And talk to you in 2024. Cool. I did. I wrote it. So you can see it on her picture if you want. But anyhow, it's right here. Nancy Grace calls me for an interview. She plays many of my video clips, and then somebody else. Um, I, I'm not. I might cross this person out because I don't really care. They're not really spiritual. Yeah. Just make it general. You make it a generalized statement. Okay. So yeah, so these are more personal, so I'm not going to read these out. But yeah, just make sure you have something written down. Sit there and think about it, and then visualize and absorb it. Don't just say it and say, okay, because I have some people that had come back to me and say, well, Katrina, I did the affirmations, and I sat there and I prayed and I didn't get it. Okay. Um, it's not your time frame. It's not my time frame. All you could do, did you really absorb it? Did you really believe that you were going to do it? Are you willing to let the past go and heal whatever trauma you have, and let past events go, and make room for that other person? Make room for that other job or that other situation. We have to make room for it in our lives. So I have this little prayer poem that I wrote, and it was guided by angels and the divine. It's and here it is. It's called Helped by Divine. I think it's my time, but it's divine time. I need to learn patience, slow time, divine time, God's plan, Jesus' help, Lady Guadalupe, grace, teaches me grace. We are all children of God. I will live with integrity. I am at peace with my spirit. I despise the works of evil. God is first. I am last. I want to please God. Show compassion and kindness to all you meet. Stay away from darkness, from dark ones. Dark ones. Absorb what that means. It's scary. Because sometimes it's around us. Stay away from dark ones and darkness. The negative thinking is the darkness. We have to switch it. We're human, so we think about it for a little while, but then switch it. Replace it with the positive. Replace it with the things we want to happen. Okay? If you don't think you're deserving and you don't think you're good enough, then why would you have that new relationship come to you? Why would you have the abundance? Because after all, you don't think you're good enough. Sorry, I was hearing something, but I heard names. I heard Stephanie. Whew. Darkness only dims our light. White plus black equals gray. I don't I don't remember writing some of this, so God is first, I am last. I want to please God. Show compassion and kindness for all you meet. Don't judge. It's not that easy. Don't judge. And judging yourself is judging too. Okay? Don't judge. Forgive easily. Forgive easily. Forgive easily. I get mad. I get angry at certain situations, and I do a bitch fest. Like I'll curse and I'll do a bitch fest. It doesn't matter if I'm with somebody. I could just do it by myself, you know. I'm usually with myself a lot, but sometimes I did a little bit in front of Devin today, and he was like, "Where did that come from?" And I was like cursing like a sailor, and I started laughing. He was like, "I'm scared," and then I was like, "But I turned it around. I turned it around because then I see that I love that person, or I care about that person, and I don't stay in the negative energy. So I don't, like, if somebody gets me mad, I'm mad and I might curse them out in my head or in my car. And then I switch it, and then I'm not mad at them anymore. I really like that ability because I didn't always have it. I would stay mad for much longer periods. But I guess the older I get, the closer to the grave I am. And I'm like, oh, no, that's a waste of energy. I'm done with that. I'm okay now. That person, I'll think about one other thing that I like about them or the good thing that they did. And I'll be like, okay, I'm done with being mad. And I like that. I really like it's so freeing, but I didn't always have it. It's just the last couple of years I've been feeling like that. But it's probably because I'm older. Maybe it comes with age. Or you can hear the ticking of the clock. It's like, don't waste your time being mad. Don't be mad on that person. Um, Even if they hurt you, just forgive them in your head. And think about that one good thing, replace it with one good thing that you liked about them in the first place. Or if you're blood, they just showed me vein. If you're blood, well, you're blood, and family is everything. Okay, so you got to forgive them. I'm not saying forget and just let people be assholes to you. Uh, yeah, deal with it, and say something to them, and tell them how they made you feel. And if they're still an asshole about it, um, really try to explain it to them. And if they're still an asshole, still forgive them because it's freeing to you. Just, like, feel like, forgive them, Lord, for they are an idiot. And they know not what they do to you or others. Okay. Um, So I despise the works of evil. God is first, I am last. Show compassion. I've read that. Forgive easily. Spread love. Remain in the light. Light workers. Spread hope. Spread peace. And that's when you forgive somebody, you're really helping yourself and you're spreading the peace. Okay? You want to be in a peaceful state. You don't want to be in, like, there's a knot in your chest, there's a knot in your stomach, you get ulcers, you get stomach aches, you get intestinal problems, you get IBS. I live it. Okay, I have to friggin' tell myself everything is gonna be okay. All right, let your intestines relax, let your guts relax. Okay, if you have ulcers, you don't know how to use your power, don't swallow your power. Don't leave your power in you, or if you're using it too much, you'll have an acidic stomach and GERD and all that stuff. Like Devin has GERD. I'm like, would you think about how angry you get when you're driving? Like he'll yell at this person or that person the way they drive, and they can't hear him. And I'm like, what you're doing is you're making yourself, you're getting all your anxiety up, and you're getting your angst up and your Irish up and your blood pressure up, and that person doesn't even notice. And what did you do? You just destroyed your insides. And you made yourself angry. You got the angries. Okay? He doesn't listen though. He's like, he'll still curse at them. Angels in our house. Spiritual chills on tingles on our skin. That's how we know. You either get chills or cold. I don't get cold ever. I get, well, not ever. I mean, I usually get cold if I'm getting sick, or because my thyroid. But I get hot. That's when you see me put my hair up. That's when I want to take off all my layers. I can't wear a sweatshirt, not even in the winter. Not here. But anyhow, it's because spirit visits me 24/7, 365. Okay. Sometimes you might feel a tap on the top of the head. That's angels touching you. Don't be scared, but check for bugs. Okay. Sometimes there's a bug up there. I know that's scary because I can't stand bugs. Feeling warmth or positivity or hot flash. That's what I get. The hot flash. Butterflies in your stomach, ringing in your ears, sounding like a radio, somebody's turning off the channel, or buzzing in your ears. Sometimes you have to say, what messages do you have for me, God, or angels, or person that passed away? Turn that. Why? Your eyes may turn a different color. I get that. My eyes turn from blue to green. That means spirit's coming in, or I'm really, really happy. Really with spirit when they turn green. Smell sweet scents. Those are all angel signs or people from the other side. Okay. All right. I think I'm done with my book. I'm just trying to encourage you guys. Hi, Jazzy Jewel. Nice to see you. I'm just trying to encourage everybody to use some sort of book. Okay. Sorry about that little detour. But this is all good. This is all important stuff, guys. Is it bad that I am sad? No. It's not bad that you're sad. But you know what, Lisa? Your dad would want you to live your life in a happy way. Just like your husband, right? That passed away. They don't want you to be sad. They want you to be happy and enjoy your life. Because you know what? We're not promised tomorrow. We just have today. So if you knew that just today or this week you're going to be on the earth and not next week, right? You would try to be happy and think about things that give you joy and tell people who are around you that you love them, or call up an old friend that you haven't spoken to in a while, right? You'd want to do that. Why? Because if we knew that we just have to and not tomorrow. See, the thing just went out. Thank you, angels. You'd want to live your life to the fullest, and being sad is okay. But know that they're around you. They want you to know they're around you. So why are you sad if they're happy in heaven? They are happy in heaven, and they want you to live your life. And when God says it's your time to come home, you'll go home and you'll see them again. But right now, you're here. You have your kids, your grandchildren, your mom, right? Your family, your friends. Okay? I have to get my glasses because I can't read this. Maybe I'll use these because I can't see. I legit cannot see. Let's see. Let's see if I can read these. Yeah, these are angel ones. I can't really... Oh, well, my glass is right there, so let me just get them. These are the new ones from Devin. And they're kind of like angel tarot cards. Aren't they pretty? Well, I'm blind, so I'm going to go get my glasses. Be right there. What happened to those cards? Okay. I got these cards too. These are messages from heaven. You want to see if your dad has a message for you, Lisa? Well, let's see if your dad has a message, okay? For you or your mom. Messages for Lisa Sorn. They just told me, don't say specifically from Dad, because I know you have other people up there. But they just said, don't say specifically from Dad. Okay, so we're going to just say messages for Lisa Sorn. Okay, from heaven. Angels and ancestors of Lisa Sorn, could you please give us a couple of messages from heaven for Lisa? Doesn't matter who it's from. Okay, any messages we will cherish. Thank you. Please and thank you. Messages for Lisa. Our Scorpio, right? For some reason they just told me to cut the cards to the left. Thank you. I just heard I'm always with my girl. We are proud of you and aware of your achievements. Are you trying to do something and you think that they don't know that you're trying to do something? They're very proud of that. We see you doing it. We see that you've made a lot of changes. Yeah, so they're recognizing that you made a lot of changes. Where is my lot? Recognize that you're making changes. Anything else? Either your son or your brother, are they moving back or moving out of their house, of your house or their house? Something with the change in the house. But not you, they're saying the boy. Okay. Yeah, don't rush into this is for you now. Is it for her or the boy? No, this is for you. This is for you. For my girl. Don't rush into making big decisions now, right now. Take your time. Slow it down. Take your time. You don't have to rush. And you can ask us, they said. You can ask us. We're not afraid of any kind of questions. And then, but just wait. If you don't hear an answer like, oh, I prayed to my father, I prayed to my husband in heaven, but I haven't heard an answer. That's okay. I don't get answers right away either. Okay? It takes time. You just have to wait. Okay, put on your dancing shoes or walk along the beach. We encourage you to move. They want you to move more. They want you to take a walk. And when you're doing that, you're going to feel us. They said us, not just one person. They said us. Okay, so I think this is your father is kind of laughing about when he went over to the other side. He said he he goes I know she wants to know if your husband was there. Of course, he was there to meet him. He goes, but his father and his grandfather was there too. He has an accent, right? He's Italian accent. He goes, Katrina, there was so many people to take me over. It was crowded. There was so many people that wanted to take me over. He goes, my father, my grandfather, uh, my son-in-law. He goes, it was like a big party. So many people. I'm so popular. He goes, I don't want her to worry about. He goes, Katrina, I don't want her to worry about me. He goes, I'm worried about her. I want her and my wife and all the kids, everybody to be happy. And just remember the things that I taught her. And she will. She's just missing you. And he goes, it's weird because he goes, she's been missing me even before I left. So that's my symbol of that he was kind of like losing his mind or dementia for a while. So he wasn't the same, but you saw little times where he came back. But then he would leave. And he goes, that was just getting him and you, everybody ready for him to exit. He goes, but everything's fine now. I'm good as new. I'm as good as new. He's wearing a suit. He's talking a lot about oh, I had the chills on that one. He's talking about the old country. And he used to have to he did a lot of work. He did a lot of he worked really hard. Um both in the old country and here. He's like, that's what you have to do. You got to get busy. When you get sad or when you're depressed, he goes, that means you just got to get busy. Yeah, he goes, then you don't have any time to think about it. He goes, you got to get busy. Your son wants to move. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Because he's recognizing, your father was recognizing that the boy, did he used to call him the boy? So we will light the path to new possibilities for your future. Stay aware. So they're going to help you. If you're not sure which way to go with your life, every day that you're alive could be a day that you manifest or dream and wish for something that you want. Okay? And they're saying they're going to help you with that. I'm going to help light the path for you. Oh, that flipped out of my hand. Went like, are you here right now? Okay. Any messages? Put them in my head. Put them in my mind. Be creative to build, grow, and manifest. This could be for a lot of people. Yeah. Start manifesting, everybody. That was the whole theme of this video. I wanted to do Sagittarius. I wanted to do John Benet Ramsey, but I had to talk about the weird thing that happened with this. And like, if I can manifest something as small as this, but it's beautiful, then I can manifest a place where I can get my hair cut and get Reiki and have maybe be put into a place where there might be like-minded people. Then the sky's the limit. You can manifest anything. You can. Maybe if you're feeling like you're hitting a brick wall, it might be because you might be thinking, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. Because or you don't really want exactly that. Okay? Yeah, they just told me light some sage in Palo Santo, so it helps clear things up for me. And then I feel blessed from it for some reason. That seems weird, but okay, can I have 2 more cards for anybody? This could be for Lisa. This could be for anybody. Might resonate with. Please and thank you. Thank you, angels. I'm open and receptive to receiving any messages for anyone. Thank you. Oh, that felt good. That seems creepy, but felt good. Oh. Okay. Let us hug you close. Let us hug you. Okay, so the angels or the people that are on the other side that you guys have been thinking about so much, me too, they want to hug you. So close your eyes. Everybody, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And feel them, your loved ones, hug you. Okay, I know that a lot of people with the letter S that are on the other side just came over. I don't want to cry. So, one of the names I heard was Shelley. And she wants you to feel her hugs. And I also heard Sean. And I want to thank you, Sean and Shelley, and anybody else that wanted to give your loved one a hug. See, it would be frightening if our loved ones showed themselves. We would be frightened. Even I would be, okay? You have to be at a relaxed state. That's why usually they'll come to you in your dreams. But if you want to see your loved ones, ask them, please let me see you. Let me feel you, okay? See, I don't, like, even as a little kid, I never saw, like great grandmother dressed up in a black dress. I don't want to see that. I think I would never sleep. Didn't sleep as a kid. I don't think I would ever sleep, okay? But I felt energy, and I lived in a big old house that was like 100 years old, and I felt the energy and the things in that house. Okay, so let us hug you. Close your eyes as we hold you close. Take the time to pamper yourself. Let others take care of you. Okay, I know you have a hard time with that, Lisa Sarn. You have trouble with letting people pamper you or pampering yourself. You have trouble with letting people take care of you. But your family, your father, your husband on the other side, and even your grandfather, they're saying, you got to pamper yourself. Let people pamper you. Let people help you. Okay? That's what this life is all about. Each other, helping each other, lift each other up. I know it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. Okay. Let's do one closing one. Can I have one closing from the other side? Thank you. What is Shelley saying? See, Shelley came back again, and Shelley's saying something. What is your message, Shelley? My sister works too hard. There will be a way. Oh. Let God clear her schedule. Let God help her to carve her way. She knows that, all right, this is for Ruby. Ruby, is it your sister's name Shelley? Because I don't know any Shelleys. Just made me push yellow. Doesn't really look yellow, but she just said push yellow. Okay. So I think she loved that song, The Yellow Rose of Texas. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, all right, here's the message. Just let me know clearly so I could say it, so I don't sound like a buffoon. She's like, you're not a buffoon, Katrina. I don't even have my necklace on. She goes, you have the right necklace on. Okay, she knows Ruby prays, but she wants Ruby to pray for the opening, something about that her money is easier. The money will come easier because she's worked so hard. So God is going to give her that blessing. And your sister, Shelly, has been watching you very carefully. Wow. She goes, I'm trying to talk to her, but she's not listening to me right now. You haven't been listening to her. Okay. Because she's been busy. But so God, she just wants you to ask God to allow you to have abundance so that you could use the gifts and talents from God and have more time with your family. That's beautiful. Thank you for that. Are you good? She goes, I'm great. She goes, think about a yellow rose. How perfect is a yellow rose? That's how I am. Can you get a message to my kids? I didn't have enough time with them, Katrina. I want them to know how much I love them and still love them and see them. Wow. And my grandbabies. Everybody has grandbabies? Thank you for showing me that. She just said, you do too, Katrina. They're up here with me. Since you're in Classic. Thank you for watching over them. I had no idea this was going to come through, okay? I'm squeezing this necklace, rose quartz cross. Okay. All right. She just said, okay, and don't think I'm making this up because I haven't thought of this in such a long time. She just said, Ruby has to do the mapping. She's not calling you Ruby, though. Okay, she has to do the mapping. She has to do the mapping. Why does she have to do the mapping? To find them. She was getting close. She still has to do the mapping. Okay? And you will help her. Okay, the reason why I looked crazy before, as usual, she made me put this on yellow. I did. Look what card came up. A bee on a yellow flower, sunflower. Take time to pamper yourself. Again. Okay, but I feel this one is for Ruby. But this could be for anybody out there too. Take time to pamper yourself or let others take care of you. Wow. Okay. I just want to say thank you for those messages. And I'm just going to shuffle these. I haven't used them yet. I just want to put them in the light of Forever Bella. You're here. Not sure if connection is good. You're in Mexico? That's where your mom's house is in? I saw your video. Your mom has a house in Mexico? That's beautiful, that house. I thought that was in Cali. That's gorgeous. I'm glad you're here. Your mom is here too? Hi, Michelle Criswell. I'm glad you're here. I should have texted you, but I tried to text as many people as I could think. That's okay. I'll do more. We're just talking about a lot of stuff. Okay, angels and ancestors, can you give us a couple of cards for the collective? Can you give us a couple of cards for the collective? Thank you. And I'm just going to shuffle these at the same time. I also heard Sydney. Before, when I felt like there was a lot of S named people that were giving us the hug, somebody named Sydney came up. I don't know if that's a boy or a girl name, but Sydney sends their love. Sydney sends their love. That's what I heard. I don't know any Sydneys, so we just had a message from Lisa Sarn's father. We had a message from Shelley, Ruby Tuesday's sister in heaven. We got a hug from Sean and from a couple of loved ones. And that's how Shelley slipped in. She wants her kids to know, and Ruby, but she wants her kids. Or maybe Ruby can call them and let them know that she's still watching over them. She still sees them every day in every way. Is somebody else having a baby? I know that sounds general, but I feel like it's Shelley is saying somebody. Either her kids or maybe Ruby's kids? I don't know. Okay. Messages for the collective, messages for the collective, messages for the collective, and love, relationships. Thank you. This one I took out by accident, so I gotta put it back in and just shuffle one more time. Can everybody hear me? Messages for the collective. I'm still hearing Francis. I was hearing Francis the other day too. I know that was one of my father's middle names is Francis, but it was Thomas Francis. Yeah. And I'm open and receptive to receive any messages. I didn't think I was going to get that many messages. I was just going to do general talk. But that's good. God is good. Angels are great. Okay. Now, I never did these before, but I'm sure they're... Where's my glasses? Okay. Okay, so I got the 5 of fire, 4 of fire, 8 of water. Okay, so fire signs. So either Aries, Leo, or Sag. It could relate to. 8 of water is water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. So we have conflicts, annoyances, competition. So somebody might feel like there's a lot of conflicts going on, and as well as competition. Like you get through one battle and then something else comes in front of you. Don't worry. Keep on going. Keep on going. Hold your temper. Keep on going. Focus on the prize. Focus on what you want to get done. Don't let anything stop you. But don't knock people down. Go around. Yeah, I heard that specifically. Don't knock people down. Go around. All right. So then we have the 4 of fire, which is prosperity, contentment, and celebration. Yeah, I definitely feel like the celebration is going to be both wedding and babies. But I think the baby might come before the wedding. So it's like almost like a sideways celebration. Like you're like, what? But then, but it's all good. It's a celebration coming up. And something about April, the month of April. Something either started then or you're making plans for April. Then we have the Eight of Water, and I want to show you this one with the beautiful angel. Searching, empowerment, fulfillment. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So they just told me, first of all, look at this angel. Okay. So this girl or this person, right? This could be for anybody out there, is walking down this path and they're like, oh, they're just staring at the angel that is helping them or angel that they want to be with on the other side. But look at all the cups down. So they have all cups represent love and friendship, right? And they're not looking at anybody that's right there because they're just focusing on a different level. If that makes any sense. So what I heard was, don't forget to look at who is here on earth that's willing to help you, is willing to fill your cup up with love and friendship and emotion. um, it's okay to be in the spiritual world, but sometimes you can't forget about the needs of the people around you, the people who want to be there for you, they want to love you and help you. They need you, you need them too, but you might be focusing on the spiritual a little bit too much. This fell down, so I'm going to take it. Okay. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. Then we have the Seven of Water. So we had the Eight of Water, now we have the Seven of Water. And so water signs, it could represent the water signs, which are what I said before, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Seven of Water is a lot of choices. It's like the Seven of Cups. Choices, overanalyzing, and procrastination because you're not sure which direction to go. Should I get a different job? Should I quit my job? How am I going to pay the bills? Or should I go into this relationship? Should I forget about that relationship? Should I be in a different house, try to move? Should I leave this country and go to a different country? Should I go on vacation? Then you end up doing nothing and procrastinate. And I'm the king or queen of procrastination, so I feel it. But in other words, don't overanalyze when you have choices. Think about what you really want to do, and then just go and take the chance, even though it feels scary. But when you're presented with so many different, like door number one, door number two, door number three, you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then you make that into a problem. You make a choice into a problem. And God is like, look, you said you wanted this and that and the other thing. So I presented you with all these things, but you didn't make a decision. Like there's and I don't know many stories from the Bible, because I'm more of a spiritual person than religious, but there is one story that it was like these people were at sea and the boat started to, there was a storm and the boat started to, you know, go back and forth. And people just sat there praying and they were like, what, God, why didn't you answer? The boat capsized and they fell into the water. I forget exactly how it goes. And God sent them, a rowboat, but they didn't take it because they were just sitting there praying, God, please save us, please help us. And then God sent them, all these different things. But if you don't take it, if you don't try something, then, it might just pass you by. I haven't been reading the chat. Hi, Tracy, buddy. My best, oh my gosh. Your best friend was named Sean. He died in the early 2000s. Oh my gosh. And my nephew, Sean, he gave the best hugs too. So know that he came to visit you. And I know that my nephew did too. And I know Shelley did, and Lisa Sarn's dad, as well as Artie. It's all good. Guys, don't sweat it. I promise you. I promise you. It is. They are right here. Right here. See how those lights are flickering? They're right there. Okay? Right there. I have two more of these. Thank you. Oh, these are pretty. These are really pretty. Justice, fairness, the law, karma. Okay, so if there's somebody that's going through a lawsuit or some kind of unfairness, I just heard betrayal. They betrayed me, Katrina. They betrayed me. Don't worry. It's all being like God has the big, like Santa's list, the big list, right? And it goes on to infinity, but he knows every single thing that happened in your life and everything that was unfair. It's how we react to it. And yeah, it's like it causes us a lot of pain, but we have to just keep on and be a good person. Still, like, keep praying for that person. Even if they betrayed you, there's somebody that took something that I just heard that was stolen from me, Katrina. There was emotional stuff, but then there was also a physical thing stolen from you. Somebody saying that. But God knows that. And the material stuff doesn't matter in heaven. It's the fact that you feel betrayed. Somebody betrayed you. It's like a stab in the heart. But God knows that. And that person is, like God could do a whole thing on somebody that's on earth. But we have to ask for it. We have to say, please, dear God, and pray for that person. Be the bigger person. Be the bigger parent or the bigger sister or the bigger friend or brother. And put our feelings aside in a way that makes sense and pray for them anyway. Even though but they did this to me. They did that. What about me? What about my feelings? What about my heart? Doesn't anybody care? My heart was stabbed and my back was stabbed. Yeah, but be the bigger person and know that if that person doesn't make the changes on earth that they need to make, by being sorry or trying to pay back or trying to say, please forgive me, I made a mistake and I know I cheated or I broke your heart, then when they go to heaven, they still have things to do. Or maybe not go to heaven so fast, maybe be in purgatory or a state of in between, the in between. There's a whole place of the in between, okay? So be the bigger person and know that that person deserves for you to say a prayer for them so that God can do a work on them. Like so many times I've prayed, please let that person see that they've hurt me. And sometimes it happens on earth, but a lot of times it doesn't. And that just means then God, let me know. I've been praying for this person for years, months, years. Please let me know what I'm supposed to do. And sometimes God just wants you to cut it off. Okay? Keep yourself safe. If you've done everything you could think of for that person and they're still, blaming you or just ignoring you, then you've done all you could do, and just put it in God's hands. Put it in your angel's hands. Okay? And say when you don't want to feel the pain anymore. Please, dear God, I don't want to feel this pain anymore. I don't want to cry a million tears into my pillow or in my car. Please take that away from me. I just don't want to feel that anymore. I don't want to have to take a whole bunch of pills or drink my life away to get rid of the pain. Please just take that pain away from me naturally. Please, dear God. And know that He is working on it, and His will be done. His will, He just told me. My will be done. Okay, because I don't talk like that. So thank you for that message. Okay, so look at this beautiful fairness and karma is coming. Justice is coming. Get ready. It's a beautiful angel. Beautiful. It's the first time I'm using these. Okay. The Chariot. Okay, so that when I see the Chariot card, I know that somebody's going to be traveling, somebody's going to be moving, somebody's making changes. And it's good because it's motion. You're in motion. You're finally ready. Somebody out there is finally ready to say, you know what? I'm going to make these changes that I've been talking about, that I've been thinking about. Somebody just said 10 years. 10 years. There was some kind of situation that's 10 years. And now you want to make the next step. Okay. So I don't know why 10 was so important, because this card is number 7. So the willpower, victory, and recognition. Yeah, and you will be recognized for the great effort and the great victory that you will have. But it's almost like my keep it moving card. The Chariot means the changes are coming, and the changes that you know that you have to make and the places that you need to go, you're going to be getting to go. Yeah, very good. Okay. Okay. Just going to ask for a closing card on that. I like these cards. What deck is this? This is called Guardian Angels Messages Tarot by Bradley Valentine. Yeah, I like this. Guardian Angel Messages. We need them. We need the Guardian Angels all the time. So, when I was a little girl, I was afraid to leave my bedroom to go to the bathroom. We only have one bathroom and 6 kids and 2 adults, right? So, I was afraid, so I would have a lot of accidents. So my mother would say, why don't you go to the bathroom in the middle of the night? And I said, because I'm afraid of like monsters and devils and stuff like that. So she said, you don't have to be afraid. And I said, why not? And she said, because you were born with your guardian angels. And I said, I don't see them. And she said, you don't have to see them. They are with you when you're born into the world, and they stay with you your whole life. And when you pass away, they go with you to heaven, back to heaven, where you came from. And I said, but I don't feel them. And she said, what you do is you say, guardian angels, please come with me to keep me safe at the bathroom. Guardian angels, please help me to go to the bathroom, to get down the hallway, because I was scared to go down the hallway, because it was dark and scary. It was right near the staircase. There was no night light like that. Anyway, so that's what I did. I started talking to my guardian angels. And I really felt one strong one. And I would talk to them. Sometimes I fell asleep in the toilet. They couldn't find me and they had to run all around looking for me, and I was sleeping in the toilet. Anyway, but after I asked my guardian angels, and that was probably age 5, I guess, 5, 6. I had a couple of accidents after that, but I was much better. And so have a relationship with your guardian angels because they're there for you. They are at your service like this. They're waiting with their wings behind their back, and they're waiting for you to say, guardian angels, please help me. Please help me right now. And then their wings come out, and you hear like that wing sound. It's the most beautiful sound. And then they accompany you. Sometimes you could be almost in a car accident and they cover you up, so your car might be in bad shape, the other car might be in bad shape, but you don't have a scratch. That's because they're wings. They cover you up like that. But you have to ask for them. Okay? And Archangel Michael. You have to ask, please, dear God, help me, and send Archangel Michael down. That's for the big jobs. That's for the big time. Okay? But they're your guardian angels, they're like chill. They're like at your service at any time. Big, small, or indifferent. Tiny things, tiny occasions, big occasions, little funny occasions, small things. Hey, guardian angel, I got a real bad sour stomach ache. Could you please help me with that? Guardian angel, I'm scared to go into work today because I think I did the account wrong, and I think I messed up, or somebody's really mean to me. Could you please protect me? Now, you might not see it strong. That person might not talk to you still, but at least you'll be protected. It's almost like you'll have a shield around you. Okay, my battery is low, so I'm going to close this out with one more card for the collective, and then I'm just going to do the love cards, and then okay. Knight of Water. Romantic, emotional, dramatic. Okay. Oh, this is a funny one. Okay, so this is a very... Okay, they're showing me a light-haired, almost like this guy here. So there's somebody that is wanting to approach somebody out there, and this is what they look like. They have the most beautiful, they have really nice blonde hair, like a caramel color hair, maybe not as light as this, but their hair is like shades of caramel, shades of butterscotch. I just heard butterscotch. Okay. And their eyes are green. Okay, so what color green? Let me show you. Well, not this dark, but the lighter green. No, that's not. Yeah, so like between here. This is so cool, this ball. I'm having a fun time with this ball. Okay, so what does he mean? He seems dramatic, but okay. All right, I get it. Okay. This is a male and male relationship, or that it's trying to be. Okay. So this is a guy, he really likes this other guy, but he's afraid to show his feelings because this person is very dramatic, and he's out there. He's embraces his sexuality. He doesn't, he'll let anybody know that he's gay. Okay. But the other person that he likes, that he's trying to get, you know, in the relationship with, he's not so open. And so what I just heard the angel say is be yourself. If you want to, all right, in other words, you might go into a relationship and you might be like, that person is really opposite of me. I wouldn't be so dramatic. I like to hide, and not tell everybody about myself. I don't like to wear my heart on my shoulder. I'm a private person. But guess what? Sometimes opposites attract. Sometimes opposites are the best type of relationship. You might be introverted, but they might be extroverted. Okay, and somehow it works and you balance each other's yin and yang out. Okay, are you an angel? Because the eyes are throwing me off, so I'm thinking like, is this an angel or are you a real earth person? They said stay with the message. The message is okay. Is the message okay? Because he's like flashing his eyes at me. So is this an earth person? It's okay. Yeah, there's somebody out there. This is for the masculine divine, and they're not out there. Get what I'm saying? They're not comfortable with their sexuality, and this other person that's trying to get in a relationship with you, they're over the top. They're like so comfortable that it's kind of shocking, and you're like, I don't know if I want to be in a relationship with this guy because I'm not comfortable with who I am yet. Okay, but the angels are saying be comfortable. If not today, when? Just be you. It's okay to be you, whatever that is, however that looks. Stop being so self-conscious, because you could be missing out on a beautiful relationship. Oh, I didn't know any of this was going to come out. Yes, I will. Okay. It just said you need Palo Santo, definitely. Does anybody have any closing questions? I am going to do the love cards. It's just I'm worried about my battery. I don't see anybody talking, but I see 25 people here. Or, no, 16 people here. 17, thank you. This did not burn right. See, it shouldn't be all burnt like that. Let me try this one. Is anybody out there? I said a lot of things, so now I want to get some feedback before I say anything else, because I don't know if I'm totally off track, but those are the messages I received. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. I hope that helps. Hi, Lisa Byers. Guardian Angel Michael, you need Michael's right there for you. Just say, please, dear God, send Guardian Angel, Archangel Michael to help me. And he will send him. And ask, and God will be there too. God is always there. Hi, Carol Plant. I'm sorry. I I I didn't see the chat at all. I forgot that you have to go like this. I forgot to do this. I was juggling some cards here. Thank you for being here. Yes, your dad looked happy and very young. He looked about, first he looked 23, then he looked like 33. He said he liked 33. he had some of his goals accomplished by 33. He wants the business. Do you still have a business that he had started? Because he wants the business to go on. He wants you to have your dreams to come true too, but he says, please don't let the business go. He wants the business. Tell your brothers too. Tell your brothers. He's saying a different word though, but so I definitely feel there's a different language because he keeps on. I say English, please, because I don't know Italian. Oh, thank you, Lisa Byers. I appreciate that. All our angels are with you, waiting. They're at your service. That's why when I heard the wings before, I almost cried because it's such a beautiful sound. It's like if you're really close to a bird, right? And bird opens their wings. But I don't know, there was a movie and they opened the wings and I was like, I heard that sound before. Sometimes it's like right here and get you scared a little bit, but then you know it's peaceful. Yes. Oh, so the apartment. So I think he wants you to keep that going. If you can. If you and your brothers can. Okay. All right. Okay. Belonging, learning, traditions. Okay, so the last angel card we got was a wise counselor. A feeling of belonging, learning, and keeping traditions are very important. Look how pretty. Okay, now these are love. Anybody with love questions, love relationships, think about it in your head. It'll come through this way. You could say it, but I'm going to just concentrate on these for a couple of minutes because I don't know how much battery I have. Yeah, so angels and divine, could you please let us know about any relationship, love relationships that will happen or are happening? What does my collective need to know in terms of love, relationships? Thank you. Okay. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So this is for somebody. Hi, strawberries and peaches. How you doing? Welcome. So this could be the one. That's for somebody. Like, in other words, you already met them. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. That's for some people. True love. This is the romantic time, romance of a lifetime. I don't know. I couldn't speak, so I might need to get a drink. This is the romance of a lifetime. True love. So somebody out there has already started their romance, and you just might have questions in your mind. Is this the one? Is this the one? These are really stiff, so let me just... These are also new. I have a set of them in the car, but then Devin just bought me like 3,000 sets. Okay, I will. Just tell me to light something. Sometimes they like it lit because to clear the energy of the cards, even if they're new and brand new, they still need to have that. And then with the smoke, I see a lot of things. It's almost like a scrying thing for me. That's why I love the smoke. It helps me. I know it's a weird situation I just heard. Does somebody have like they have a relationship going on and you love each other or you really like each other. You visit them in their apartment or their house and then they visit you sometimes, but it's getting to be like you need to have one place. And you know what? If it's been under 3 years, then just take time. Take more time if you like going back and forth. But if it's been 3 years or more, you need to make a change. Even if that change is going to be, let's get a whole new place. Let's start working on that. Because I hear somebody has a situation with like a back and forth, going back and forth. And that can be fun in the beginning. But if it's more than 3 years, no. That's too long. You need to make one place. But under 3 years, go for it. Enjoy. I know it's weird. It's a weird thing. Weird things come in my head. But I just say them and it could help maybe somebody. Okay. Spirit guides, angels, dear God, what messages for love and relationships do you have for my sassy subs and my collective? Thank you. Please and thank you. I'm just pulling them out now because they're really tight. Okay. So far we had true love and we had this could be the one. Wow, that jumped away from me. It fell down. I'll get that later. Okay. Then we got worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I have this picture on the wall. So divine timing is at work in your love life. You deserve love. You are lovable. The first thing that I tell a lot of people that might be having trouble with finding their soulmate or starting a new relationship or starting a new significant othership, is that they feel like, oh, I already went through this person and this marriage and that marriage and it didn't work out, so maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just an idiot and I don't deserve it. Okay? That's all negative self-talk. Everybody does it. I did it too. Okay? It's until you start to say, you know what? I do deserve another chance at love. I do deserve that friendship. I do deserve that significant other. I'm a good person. I'm fun to be with. And if you're not fun to be with, make yourself fun. Okay? If you're not, if you're just sitting around being depressed or being sad, then, a lot of people, they don't, they don't know how to handle that. So you can still be yourself and ask them for help, but when you're first starting out a relationship, you want to put your best foot forward so that you can make it light and happy, and maybe ask them questions about their life. So it has to be an even keel. We have to bring things to the table, and not just take from the table, okay, so to speak. But the first thing you do is you have to remember, I deserve love. I deserve love. Say that. I deserve love. I am lovable. I am lovable. I am lovable. Okay? Receive it. Feel it. Okay. Codependency. Important. Important card. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So this is for some people. Codependency. It could be addictions, but codependency is when you are not being healthy in your mind. So you might be codependent on somebody that either has an addiction or is, maybe being too nice to each other, and allowing each other to do too many, like, in other words, two people, one person has an addiction, say to alcohol. I don't know why I would say that. And the other person just allows it and never says anything about it, never says it bothers me, and never says, hey, I don't want you drinking so much, because they're just afraid. That's being codependent, okay? That's just one example. I'm tired now, so I don't really have a lot of examples. But so this card comes up when somebody is allowing their addictions to affect their life, their romantic life. Okay, so let's be careful with that. I've lived it, it's life is hard. All right. Okay, and I'm just going to close with one more. What are you trying to say? I just heard a William. I don't know any Williams myself. And I said, Billy? And they said, no, William. I said, William. I didn't say Billy. Okay. Okay. What does my collective need to know? Can I just have one more card? Thank you. This one. True love again. This is the romance of a life. Didn't I say this already? I couldn't have put it back in, did I? No. I don't know. Maybe I put it back in. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to reshuffle. Let me reshuffle. Okay. This is a romance of a lifetime, so maybe I did put it back in. Or maybe it was meant to be. It's always meant to be. Okay. Can I have one more card for love and relationships for my collective? Thank you. Please and thank you. One more card for my collective. In terms of love, relationships, friendships. Thank you. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. That's for somebody. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay. There's a paintbrush down there. There's a paintbrush under there. Okay. Does anybody have any last questions? Anybody still here? 13 in the house? 27 altogether? Any questions at all? Okay. I'm going to put these away. I really enjoyed these new cards. Okay, so I'm going to just say a quick closing prayer. Please, dear God, angels, archangels, Lord in heaven, Jesus, please bless everybody here on earth. Help us get through this matrix. Help us get through this life with compassion and love for strangers and for family members. And please help everybody who's afflicted by pain and poor health. Let them have good health. Let Archangel Raphael heal them. And particularly, please help family members that aren't talking to have the gift of love and healing and forgiveness in their heart so that they can come together as a family or friend and be together again on earth so that they can enjoy heaven when they do go to heaven. Anyhow, went off on a tangent as usual. I love you all. Thank you, dear God, for letting me do this reading. And thank you, dear God and angels, for blessing me with my gifts. And thank you for letting me find the person that's going to do Reiki and my haircut. And I appreciate that. And thank you for my daughter who gave me... Oh, the battery ran out. I gotta recharge this. Thank you for my daughter who gave me this and her girlfriend Shanna. And I love you all. You're having a funky week? Well, don't worry. We're together, Purple Pal. I'm here. You have my number. Have a good evening, everybody. I'm gonna go watch Netflix. Love you. Or maybe I'll watch Reba.